Hello students! Welcome back to titserCo YouTube channel. Before I proceed to the discussion, let me congratulate everyone since you are already grade 9 by this time. Everyone, congratulations! So by this time, we are going to discuss about the respiratory and circulatory system. At the end of our lessons, we are going to explain how the respiratory and circulatory systems work together to transport nutrients, gases, and other molecules to and from the different parts of the body. Are you familiar with these two pictures? Yes, very good. We have the respiratory system and the circulatory system. Our bodies are the mechanism we depend upon to get us through each day. So even when we are exercising or running just like these girls, or even when we are sleeping, our body systems are still functioning. So when it comes to breathing, respiratory system is the one who engages in it. Let us identify the function of the respiratory system. The function of the respiratory system is it takes up oxygen from the air we breathe and expels the unwanted carbon dioxide. And there are different parts of the respiratory system. So the first one is we have the nasal cavity, which include the nose and the mouth. Nose is what we normally use to inhale and exhale. And the mouth is what we use to breathe when we need more air than to what can be taken in through the what we call nostrils. The second one is the what we call larynx, or also known as the what we call voice box. It protects the lower respiratory tract from aspirating food into the trachea while breathing. And it also contains the what we call vocal cords and functions as a voice box for producing the what we call sounds. The next one is we have the trachea. It is also known as the windpipe. It transports air in and out of the lungs during the act of breathing. It protects the respiratory tract by the warming and moistening the air and propelling foreign particles upwards toward the pharynx for expulsion. The next one is we have the what we call the bronchi. These are the two tubes which carry air to and from your lungs. It also helps moisturize the air you breathe and screen out the foreign particles. The next one is we have the what we call lungs. It is the foundational organs of the respiratory system, whose most basic function is to facilitate the gas exchange from the environment into the what we call bloodstream. The next one is we have the what we call bronchus. It is the smallest airways that carry into your lungs. It also carries oxygen-rich air into the lungs and carry carbon dioxide-rich air out of the lungs. Next is alveoli. It is also known as the air sacs. It is the center of your respiratory system's gas exchange. It takes up the incoming energy, which is also known as the oxygen you breathe in, and release the outgoing waste product, which is the carbon dioxide you inhale. Are you familiar with this picture? Yes, this is known as the mechanism of breathing. We have the inhaling and exhaling. So these are the process by which the body takes in the what we call oxygen and takes out the what we call carbon dioxide. You breathe with the help of diaphragm in the intercostal muscles. The diaphragm is shaped like a parachute and located below your lungs, while intercostal muscles are located between your ribs. When you breathe out or exhale, your diaphragm contracts or tightens and moves downward while in exhalation. While in exhalation, Your diaphragm relaxes and moves upward into the chest cavity. Let us proceed to our second organ system. We have the circulatory system. The main function of it is to transport oxygen and nutrients to the body cells, to carry the oxygenated or oxygen-poor blood and go back to the heart and lungs. There are different parts of what we call circulatory system. The first one, if you are familiar with this, yes, very good. It's your heart. Your heart is the main organ of your cardiovascular system. It is a network of blood vessels that pumps blood throughout your body. It controls the rhythm and speed of your heart rate and maintains your blood pressure. Your heart consists of 4 chambers with specific tasks to do. We have the right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, and left ventricle. The atria are the receiving chambers of the heart, accepting blood from the body, which is the right atrium, and from the lungs to the left atrium. Each pump has 2 chambers, the upper and lower chambers. The upper chamber is the atrium that receives blood coming in from the veins. The ventricles are the pumping chambers moving blood to the lungs, to the right ventricle, and into the body, which is the left ventricle. The lower chamber is the ventricle that forces the blood out into the arteries. There is a valve between each atrium and ventricle to prevent the blood from flowing backwards. The valves are like one-way doors that keep the blood from moving in only one direction. Valves control movement of blood into the heart chambers and out to the aorta in the pulmonary artery. It's trivia time! Did you know that your heart is a hollow muscle which is big as your fist? Yes. Another part of circulatory system is we have the what we call blood. It is a tissue made of fluid, cells, and fragments of cells. The fluid of the flowing portion of the blood is termed as plasma. Plasma is a straw-colored fluid and makes up about 55% of the total volume of your blood. Red and white blood cells and platelets are suspended in what we call plasma. The next one is we have the what we call blood vessel. The function of this is to deliver blood to the organs and tissues in your body. And there are types of blood vessels. The first one is we have the what we call artery or arteries. It carries blood away from the heart towards the rest of the body. It carries oxygenated blood except pulmonary arteries. It branches off into smaller arteries called arterioles that enter tissues. The next type of blood vessel is we have the what we call vein. It carries blood from the rest of the body back towards the heart. It carries the oxygenated blood, excluding pulmonary veins, which carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. And the last but not the least is the what we call capillaries. It is the smallest blood vessels that move blood to and from the cells of the body. Its walls are very thin that materials can easily diffuse into and out of them. There are also different types of what we call circulation. The first one is the what we call pulmonary circulation. It occurs only between the heart and the lungs. The main function of this circulation is to carry the oxygenated or oxygen-poor blood to the lungs where it picks up oxygen gas, expels carbon dioxide and water, and carries oxygenated blood back to the heart. Each lung is supplied by its own pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. Next is we have the systemic circulation. Systemic circulation occurs between the heart and the rest of the body, except for the lungs. The main function of the circulation is to carry oxygenated blood to all cells and transport the oxygenated blood back to the heart. Systemic circulation starts when blood leaves the left ventricle. The blood then flows through the torso, arms, legs, and head and then reverts to the heart. The third one is we have the coronary circulation. It consists of the blood vessels that supply blood to and remove blood from the heart. The vessels that provide blood high in oxygen levels to the heart are called as coronary arteries. It's quiz time, everyone! Let me know if you learned something new in my lesson. Are you ready, everyone? For the first question, it is the foundational organs of the respiratory system whose most basic function is to facilitate gas exchange from the environment into the bloodstream. Can you guess? Very good, everyone. So we have the lungs. For the next one, it is the main organ of your cardiovascular system. Very good. Heart. The next one, it is a tissue made of fluid, cells, and fragments of cells. Yes, it's blood. It occurs only between the heart and the lungs. That's good. Pulmonary circulation. Good job, everyone. And with that, let me leave you this quote. The human body is a masterpiece of engineering and a work of art, and it is also a divine mystery. If you learned something new in my video lessons, can you please like, subscribe, and enable notification for my next videos? God bless everyone. Thank you for watching. God bless.